Welcome everybody here in Twitch chat and also on YouTube if you're watching this video later on over there. For our next deck, which is going to be Mardu Angels, which I should probably update this over here. I thought there was something I was missing to do. It says Selesnya Angels. We did a poll here in chat of which one you would rather see, Selesnya or Mardu. The Selesnya Angels is much more aggressive. The Mardu Angels here is much more controlling. And that's what our vote was. As you can kind of see here, I have this labeled as Mardu Angels 2 because a couple of times ago when we played Mardu Angels, we played it similar to like the Selesnya style where we're just curving out and we had Aurelia and everything, and we're really focused on that. And hadn't been going too well. And so the last time we played the deck, we thought about what if we go like a lot more controlling and have Clarions in the main and everything and try to have a lot more removal, a lot more interaction. And so this is what we played last time, with the only difference being we played Tecatli Honor Guard in the sideboard instead of a Danto Vanguard. During that league, we did really well. I'm pretty sure we got 5 wins, if I remember correctly. You know, this was a little while ago, but I think we got 5 wins in the league. And we played against a lot of aggro decks where the Clarions were good, even like Mono Blue, you know, counting that, of course. And, you know, just other decks where the Clarions were really good for us, where we just kind of had like our Clarions, our early removal, and then slammed our Angels, and that took over the game. And so it worked out pretty well. I don't think we played too much against Control, and certainly not against Nexus last time. I think we did play Sultai once and kind of found that like the Honor Guards with the Clarions just weren't really necessary. I already have a lot in my sideboard for Sultai matchup anyway with the Settles for that matchup and the Immortal Sun. Because Sultai is traditionally a pretty tough matchup for our Angels because cards like Hostage Shaker and Ravenous Chupacabra being 2-for-1s are really tough. Same with Vivian. But again, still have a good amount of sideboard stuff. We got like Spyglasses for Vivian, same with Immortal Suns. We got the Settles. Kind of deciding not to go with the Honor Guards in the sideboard, and instead going with a Danto, because I think a Danto can really help us out against Control and against Nexus. We're going to want it in those two matchups. So here we go. We got Mardu Angels, and let's give it a try. So why red instead of just black-white? Yeah, we're not doing a whole lot with the red now. You know, after these last changes, the only thing we're really doing with the red is the Clarion and the Coil. The biggest thing is Clarion, because Clarion is just a really, really nice card. Coil, you know, could be cast down. That's not really a big reason to be playing red with Coil. It's basically just Clarion. Honestly, this could be better. Like, maybe black-white with, like, better mana is a better way to go. But I remember last time we really liked having Clarion. Of course, if you don't have Clarion, you could have Kaya's Wrath, and you could have Cast Down, so you could replace those and everything. But it wasn't too... The mana wasn't too bad for us last time, and Clarion was really strong, having that on turn 3. And, of course, Clarion... You know, like, Kaya's Wrath kills your Angels. Clarion doesn't. And even if you have, like, your 3/3 Angels or 3 Toughness Angels with Resplendent Angel or Seraph of the Scales in play, you can just use Clarion's other mode with the lifelink, and that can be, you know, very beneficial at times as well. Well, we'll see if we're playing against an aggressive deck or not. Hopefully Deafening Clarion's good against our opponent. Because if it's not, we're not doing a whole lot. But I like having a lot of lands. Our curve is high. You know, Lyra, Angel of Grace costs a lot of mana, and especially Immortal Sun, Immortal Sun is one of our most important cards in a lot of matchups. And that card's pretty expensive. I'm not very convinced that these Deafening Clarions are going to be good with an opponent leading with Island, Breeding Pool tapped. This looks like a Wilderness Reclamation deck, which is bad for us. And it certainly is now with Memorial of Genius, Sabotage. So it looks like we're going to have to go to sideboarding and take out all these cards that don't matter. It's kind of sad, but, you know, even the opponent's on a mulligan to 5, they're still just going to completely wreck us because none of our cards matter. Yep, looks like an Adanto Vanguard matchup. No reason to sit around for another hour. So Immortal Sun is pretty slow. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Those. That puts us down to 59. And it's not like our expensive angels are really that good either. No, Sphinx's Decree is never worth a card. No. All right, let's try this. Siamese Dream is a great album. Do I have an Abzan list, mid-range list? Not really, no. No, I don't really have an Abzan mid-range list. I don't know. You can look, you know, all my deck lists are here if you want to check them out. This is not a good hand. Seraph and Angel of Grace are just not going to kill my opponent in time. This is still not a good hand. But I guess I'm not going to 6. So Sangreal, we had a poll earlier where people got to vote of which Angels deck they would like to see, and this deck won the poll over Selesnya Angels. But we have certainly drawn the parts of the deck that don't really matter. You know, we have 4 Duress, 4 Mortify, the Demystify, the Bloodfast, the Kaya, even the Adanto Vanguard. We have a lot of other things that matter a lot more than these Angels do. Usually I probably wouldn't be keeping Adanto Vanguard here, but with where we're at mana-wise, just going to go ahead and keep it. That's a donation deck. And we need to play the Battle Mint deck after 9 p.m. I wish I would have used Sacred Foundry. Okay, so we'll see if we can find Mortify, Duress, Demystify, anything like that. Spyglass wouldn't be so bad. Shut off Azcanta as well. Alright, that'll work. Don't want to necessarily destroy Azcanta. I want to destroy Wilderness Reclamation. Well, Azcanta's a good card. It's not going to beat us like a Wilderness Reclamation would. See if they have like that plus negate. Alright, good. No negate. But probably a Root Snare. I'll take it. Found the Mortifies at a good time. I think I let that flip. Because even though, you know, they get to activate that, but that takes up a lot of their mana. I think Wilderness Reclamation is the one that honestly matters a lot. That's the one that matters. And that's game. That was, yeah, they greeted really hard. That was very greedy. All right, we're going to game 3. They really did not need to cast that Chemist's Insight. They could have waited till end step and with the trigger on the stack, then cast Insight. And keep their mana up. Okay, we got a game at least. All right, do I have a Quasi-Dupla Ooze thumbnail to use? I do not. We got Mortify. I'll keep Mortify. Druid of the Cowl. Speeding themselves up. So we know they don't have Wilderness Reclamation because they didn't just play it. All right, I'm getting the YouTube video going right now. They kept their card on top, so whatever they have, they like. Okay, I'm back. So we could Resplendent Angel plus Mortify the Hydroid Krasis, but I think just having Lyra in play is probably better, because I'd rather Mortify, you know, Wilderness Reclamation than Mortify the Krasis. So if my opponent took this, you know, they had like a counterspell kind of represented there. I was honestly thinking about mortifying their Druid of the Cowl in combat to then make sure my Resplendent Angel would resolve. It'd be kind of weird though, but certainly considering that line of thought. The hell is this attack about? Why would you possibly make this attack? If I play Treasure Map, I don't get to have both Mortifies available. I kind of think I'd rather just have both Mortifies available. Alright, well we got Simic Nexus. Maybe a little bit of overboarding there for the opponent. But there we go. Some GG's. We are on fire today. That is true. Drawing all those Mortifies was awesome, because Mortify is one of our best cards in that matchup. Oh yeah, you can kill in response to a fight trigger. Yeah, it's a trigger. You know, it goes on the stack. You have to let it resolve. You can just kill their thing before it resolves. And then their Their Harpooner is dead. It does not get to fight anymore. And you don't have to worry about it. What is this? Alright, so this is gates. I don't know if that's better or worse for us than Nexus. Probably worse for us, because I have a lot of stuff in the sideboard geared towards Nexus. Alright, at least we got the first guild summon out of here. Please, no more guild summits. No! More guild summits. Do I look like Buddy Holly? I could see that. I guess, yeah, I guess I look Buddy Holly-ish. Well, it does not look good for us. Don't think we're going to be winning this game. I think I want to treasure map and look for another land here for the Immortal Sun. If I just play Resplendent Angel out, our opponent's just going to Gates Ablaze or Clarion. You know, like, our opponent absolutely has one of those sweepers. Not really a reason to play Resplendent Angel. It's unreal how many cards Guild Summit draws. Unreal. Ah. You're 0-6 in games against Control? Your Control matchup should not be very bad with Quasi-Dupla Ooze. You should be boarding out Oozes. Or sorry, you board out your Quasi-Duplicates. You have Negates and Frilled Mystics to bring in. Oh wait, I want land. Yeah, you board out the duplicates. Depending on what they have, you know, you may bring in Crushing Canopy or not. Yeah, duplicate would be the first card out. They should certainly let Nexus resolve first and then draw two, so they have a better chance of redrawing that Nexus. Doesn't matter, they just have all these Nexuses now. It's kind of weird. Like, I think I may need Settles. They could certainly go with, like, a bunch of Rams. Kaya's good at stopping Azcanta. It's good if they have like the 8/8s at eating those, but it doesn't do a whole lot besides that. Basically stopping Azcanta is like all as Kaya does. Yeah, usually that's what they do. They just board in the creatures. Like, they have Krasis probably in the main or whatever. But almost, just like how every single Esper player boards in Thief of Sanities, every single Gate player boards in Gatebreaker Rams. Like, they always think they're going to get you kind of thing. They just always have them. I don't love Immortal Sun, but because they're an Explosion Banefire deck, I don't want Bloodfast. I guess we're going to go ahead and cut 2 maps instead of the 2 suns, but I could see taking out the suns being better. It's basically the same hand we had last time. We have the Mortify for the first Guild Summit, which we had last time, but our opponent had 2 Guild Summits last time. Hopefully we draw another Mortify. So they're just going to Insight. I think this is like a good time to tap out. I don't think I need to like hold up Angel of Grace kind of thing. I think this is a good time to tap out and kind of wait with doing this kind of pressure to see what we want to do with the Angel of Grace later. He says, it's still better to board... So somebody says, it's still better to board them in because you'll take out some of your main deck removal even if you know Thief is coming in, right? I mean, it depends on the matchup. When you... Like, so many times we're playing, like, creature decks where my Esper opponent needs to have their Kaya's Wraths, but yet they still board in... still board in Thief, and so they just have, like, Thief and Kaya's Wraths, and it's just so messy, and... Or they just play a Thief and I just outrace it. Which would have been better to have removal. I don't like any matchup that you want Kaya's Wrath, you should not bring in Thief of Sanity. In my opinion. I don't think it's a good idea. So they certainly are just keeping Negate available. Definitely think my opponent has Negate. So if I don't do anything there, my opponent does not cast Nexus. But, you know, doing something, then they're able to cast Nexus. One. We need to get to these creature matchups. So our deck's built to beat creatures, not built to beat Guild Summit and Wilderness Reclamation. Well, this is definitely good against creatures. Let's give it a try. Okay. Not the worst matchup for us. Deafening Clarion is very good here. If I shock and play Duress, turn 2 I'm really looking at like Saproling Migration or Legion's Landing as like the cards to really hit there. Okay, they're going Growth Chamber Guardian instead of Saproling Migration. Well, that's a convenient Lava Coil. You definitely don't want to Mortify when the trigger's on the stack, because then they get their untapped trigger, even if Mortify resolves. You certainly want to, if your plan is to Mortify, you Mortify in their second main phase, and not when the trigger's on the stack. You don't let them get a free untap, even if they don't counter. You at least make them counter to be able to get their untap. So the problem with taking the 2 tribunals is I don't have a good answer to a Johnny right now. Even though a Johnny doesn't do anything except for tick up and then ultimate. I'll still let like the tribunal hit one of my things, such as the Seraph. But in case we, you know, instead of like them playing a Johnny here, and then if we miss on lands, you know, yeah, because see, we could draw something like that where we just miss on lands and then a Johnny's just going to ultimate. We have to take the Johnny there. Gross. 26 land deck really is missing on lands. We kept a 3-lander. We have not drawn a land yet. Good thing is our opponent is drawing their lands. And there we go. So they're probably only playing 21 lands. And yet they have 6, and we're playing 26 lands and we have 4. That's how Magic goes. Alright, one more land for Lyra. Hey, what's up, Mr. Previously? We've been having a very strong stream here so far on this Friday. We're going with 12 hours. We got a little under 7 hours to go. I'm just contempting there right away because I want to make their March of the Multitudes worse. Or now looks like in this case, their Venerated Luxodon. The biggest, like basically the only way I would get punished by using that contempt right there is if our opponent drew specifically Tristani. But even Tristani, you know, we can outclass the Lyra. Oh, don't make that attack, opponent. What are you doing? Come on. You're better than that, opponent. You don't need to do that. No, Dimir control is not very good. It doesn't really have... Basically, Dimir is just worse. It's basically just strictly worse than playing Esper or Grixis. You don't gain any... Like, your mana is not so much better or anything that you gain anything by just playing... just playing 2-color. Alright. And what do we want? Dress is good in this matchup. Blowing up those Conclave Tribunal, March of the Multitudes, a Johnny. So if we play all of these cards, we gotta take some stuff out. I don't think we need the I guess Contempt we may need. If our opponent starts going crazy like in a Johnny. It's gotta be a pretty good matchup for us though with all these Clarions and Settles and then like Angels and stuff. I'm gonna play one Immortal Sun. And Lava Coil, it's not, I don't know, it's not too bad. You know, Growth Chamber Guardian is definitely a good card to Lava Coil. They can get out of Clarion range right away. But then again, we do have Mortify Contempt. We probably could just get away with not playing Coil. Kind of like it on the draw. Maybe we go back to 3 Duress, 2 Coil, and I could probably cut one of these Angels. I could probably cut like a Seraph or a Resplendent. I guess a Resplendent. I don't know. Resplendent takes over in the late game though. And we have Mortify to destroy Conclave Tribunal. We don't really need to Demystify also. I'll just take out one map. I'll take out one treasure map. Do I like this over the Esper Angels? I'm not sure. My Esper Angels needs to be updated, and I haven't liked Esper as much the last couple of times I've played it. I need to... I don't know. I feel like the Esper Angels is off some... like my specific list. Ataku, thank you so much for the bits. Very kind. Yeah, so cheers. Let's see. I mean, Settle's good. We'll keep this, have Treasure Map help us hit our land drops. Again, we're the 26 land deck. I think this time I'm going to turn 1 Duress because I want to turn 2 Treasure Map. No, that's just way too much shocking. We'll still go turn 2 Treasure Map, but then on turn 3 I can have Duress plus Scry with map. So we'll upkeep Scry with the Sacred Foundry, look for land, and have the Duress. Ooh, good. History Benalia was the card that was certainly the consideration of waiting on Duress. Wow. Or our 26 land deck has 4 straight non-lands. Venerate Luxodon, of course, is pretty cool with Growth Chamber Guardian. They'd be able to go get more, but they already have all their Growth Chamber Guardians except for 1. So they only get to go get 1. We're really hoping our opponent doesn't draw a land here. I'll be taking lethal if my opponent draws a land. We need lands. There we go. No land. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Good, not a land. We'll see how our opponent attacks here. I have not tried that Ataku. Untapped.gg deck tracker. I have not. So I think I just Contempt this. I'm 1 mana away from being able to play Resplendent plus Angel of Grace. This not be a time to draw that Deafening Clarion that I had to put to the bottom. So I have to use a treasure. I have to use one treasure if I flip this and Grace. I think I do. We don't really need that. Oh, I have a Venerate Luxodon? Okay, Tribunal. Alright, where's this Deafening Clarion at? Dude, Deafening Clarion would be nice. I don't think our opponent's stream sniping at all. As you can tell. I don't think how my opponent was playing one bit was showing that they were stream sniping. So attacking and going lifelink is like kind of our best play. What could they could have like their own settle or something? It's risky. Cuz if they have anything, then I just die. You know, so that's why it's risky. But it's the highest upside. I'm going to play it safer. Speaking of stream sniping, what do you think about that practice? Alright, so March can only get one thing. I'm not like that against it as much as a lot of people are. And like, I hope that people don't do it, but it's not like I condemn people that do it, because I can't like stop people from doing it. I'm not going to, you know, put my stream on any kind of delay or anything like that. I'm going to have the best stream I can for the viewers. And so if our opponents stream snipe, then they stream snipe, and it's just, you know, just move on kind of thing. I hope that people have enough respect to not do it. Still risky if they have a settle. Alright, good. No settle. Alright, now do they have a march? Hopefully not. Yay, no march. Alright, there we go. 2 and 1. Real close game 2 there. Settle was nice, having that instant speed stuff, you know, like having Angel of Grace really set up the settle, where my opponent was playing around settle, but then having Angel of Grace, they decided, I don't like this whole Angel of Grace thing. I'm just gonna attack with all my stuff, and we did have settle. I think our opponent may have like forgot about the treasure and thought that we only had 3 mana when they made that attack. That's certainly possible. Is it stream sniping if I watch you all day but we never match up? Nope. Yeah, we used to have a really... This deck used to look a lot different with a lot of 2-drops and Aurelia and everything. But kind of turned it into a control deck. Hey, Fear the Monkey. Yeah, day's going really good. It's been a good 12-hour stream day today. We are going to have another 12-hour stream for getting to the 2,000 YouTube subscribers on Monday. And Sunday, I am not planning on streaming. So that's kind of my plans for the next few days. Tomorrow's going to be the normal stream from 3 to 10 on Saturday. Sunday, I'm going to be taking the day off. I have a fantasy baseball league to sign up for. Or to that, a final fantasy baseball draft that I'm going to be doing with friends back in Texas and stuff. Treasure map? What is going on here? And it'll also just kind of be a rest day with that too, and then another 12-hour stream on Monday. What's our opponent doing with treasure map and a Terramander deck? Except for killing my poor Seraph of the Scales. Yeah, I guess this is a Drake deck. Yeah, Drakes with Terramanders, but you don't usually see treasure map too much in the Drake deck. Wow, Discovery even ditched over 2 cards and they still didn't get a land. Our opponent's deck has not liked them. We just need Immortal Sun to help carry us through this. They gotta have so many Drakes in their hand. They've gone through so many cards. Oh wow, they just double Niv? Double Niv Mizzet? They just still go to discard? They did keep a 1-lander to be fair, but they have found 1 land in 15 cards? Come on, you think I was going to let my creature die to a lava coil? Alright, and they still didn't get a land. So they saw 16 cards and 1 land after keeping a 1-lander. That's insane. Alright, so they are draking it up. We'll go Kaya. Duress. Is Kaya even good? I mean, it's good against Terramander, right? Like, Terramander is where I want it. And I guess it's okay against Enigma Drake. It does nothing against Crackling Drake. Does 0 against Crackling Drake. Nah, they're like Niv Mizzet. Dude, they have a lot of Niv Mizzets. I don't think our opponent's playing Phoenix one bit. I think our opponent has 0 Phoenixes in their deck. think our opponent has Drakes, and because including the Salamander Drake, which is Terramander. I think they have Drakes and Niv Mizzet. Yeah, we've been having a good day so far, Zerf. How's your day been? And Pentius, yeah. Real good day. There you go, Matthew. Nice. Your first snow cone that you sold was a root beer with extra syrup. There we go. All right, so I need to cut 2 cards. I don't know. All these cards are kind of good. What cards am I cutting? Clarions? Yeah, Clarions. They're only kill Terramanders. Actually, let's just get rid of all the Clarions. And I guess I'll play Kaya over Clarion, even though Kaya Immortal Sun is not great. Maybe I'll just play another Immortal Sun. No, 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 no! I was hitting submit. Gave me 1 more second. 1 more second. Ugh. I need to just sideboard quickly and then start reading questions and stuff. Hand's okay. Question here. So I started playing... Boom. So I started playing Magic way back in 4th edition in Ice Age. I took a huge break, came back, took a break, and now I'm back heavy into Arena. Awesome. However, I still have the old school mindset of picking 9 to 10 cards and just having 4 copies of each card, and that's the deck. Is that outdated thinking, or is that still viable? That is absolutely still viable. Yeah, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Hey, Sothian! With the big time cheers. Sothian, thank you so much. Hope your day's going great. So yeah, you can certainly do that, and that's not really outdated thinking or anything. The reason why you don't see or usually see a good amount of 1s and 2-ofs is because the interactive spells are pretty conditional, and there are times where they're good, times where they're bad, kind of thing. And so that's why there's a lot of things like we'll play a couple Mortifies and a couple of Vraska's Contempts and things like that. But the more proactive your deck is, the easier it is to play all 4s. Bourgeois with the sub. Let's get some hype for our 9th sub of the day. Welcome to the channel, Bourgeois. Enjoy your 22 emotes. Our sub counter is down to 160. Let's keep counting that bad boy down. Our Split Angel's okay. I should probably just keep it. I want to find Immortal Sun. So with the sub-battle countdown, if you don't know about this, this is going to be whenever this reaches 0, we're going to take an entire stream day where we do nothing but play against subscribers here. So if you want to be a part of that, and if you want access to all 22 of these really cool emotes, I'm going to put here in chat, consider hitting that subscribe button. Great way to support the channel. Arizo asks, hey Todd, have you been playing green-white value deck in Modern lately? I have not been at all. No, I've just been streaming Standard for the last few months and everything. So, I've not been playing Modern anymore. Alright, so this treasure map. Time to start scrying. Lyra, I guess I'll keep. Even though we don't get to play Lyra this turn. Looks like our opponent is going to just out treasure map us in the treasure map mirror. Yeah, it says that we've been live for 2 hours and 45 minutes, but we had my computer just randomly reset during like one of the matches, so we got disconnected. I've been on since noon, so 5 hours and 37 minutes right now. Our stream's gonna be going from noon to midnight. That's our 12-hour block. I did just find out that one of the local stores here does Modern format every Tuesday, and Thursday. This is so long to the bank account. I understand that. So do I want to go Lyra first or Sarah first? It's pretty likely our opponent has another coil. Go Sarah. Yeah, I just kind of put and more there. Not sure exactly what we are going to play here. Alright, so they have Niv Mizzet with, likely with counter spells up. With all these treasures. Do we actually get to kill Niv? Oh my gosh. Guess they're using all their treasures. Could have killed my Lyra. Well, the treasures were going to draw a card anyway. So the fact that they're drawing a card with Niv in play, it's not that big a deal. They're going to draw a card anyway. Alright, so they found a dive down. Alright, we're going to have to hopefully actually sideboard this time. Unlike last time. I could have a Danto Vanguards in with this matchup. I kind of don't mind that at all. Yeah, let's get Vanguards up in here. And get these back. And good Spyglass treasure map. Got my treasure maps. This could work. It's gonna have 2 Sun. I gotta cut one more card. I'll cut a coil. Let's try this. Yeah, Spyglass is hitting treasure map. They could certainly... I would not be surprised if they have Ral as Viceroy in their deck as well, but yeah, treasure map's the main thing for the Spyglass. You know, like they're gonna be a 4 treasure map deck. Double Entrancing Melody? Are you kidding me? What the hell is that? I get 2 of those? And getting punished for not leading with Blood Crypt. Leading with Godless Shrine instead. All right, 26 land deck. Got to hit these land drops. Land drop or Spyglass. Or Duress. Duress is good too. Take this Melody. Oh, I'd really like to draw a Spyglass and stop this map real quick. Keep this thing from flipping. Or we draw another 5-drop. Yuck. And they just play Niv Mizzet, game ends. Alright, no Niv Mizzet. That's good. I figured how they kept both cards with Discovery. They found a Niv. Wow. Our 26 land deck has drawn 0 lands. Hey, what's up, James? With the bits there, saying on a roll today. Thanks so much, James. This should be it. Okay. Just blink of an eye? I guess that's not it. The reason why I just don't like Mortify to try to kill the Niv. So if they have a counterspell, they get to cast it. Might as well wait till their turn. I mean, if they have a counterspell, I'm dead. Okay, we're not dead yet. They got 6 cards still. Hopefully no more Nivs. Another Niv. Bleh. Joey, if we've drawn 3 lands, come on. There's no reason to say the deck's unplayable because we've drawn 3 lands. Let's try this again. Don't expect this to work this time. No. What's the best way to gain life in Standard to combat mono red? I think the Angels are very good at that, especially Shalai is very good against mono red, because then they can't target you with the burn spells, and then of course Lyra as well. Those two together are very good against them. Alright, so our Mardu Angels unfortunately went 2-2. Did not put up much of a fight. Games 2 and 3 there. Game 2, we didn't really have any spells that mattered. Didn't get to really sideboard there for game 2, though. So that certainly hurt us, and we just kind of played a bunch of lands and didn't do anything. And then game 3, we kept a 3-lander and didn't draw a spell. Or sorry, didn't draw another land, unfortunately. So a couple of rough games there for our deck. But there we go. Our deck in particular, as we talked about at the beginning of the video here, our deck is very well suited to face aggro decks and creature decks, especially creature decks with having the Deafening Clarion's main deck to help with the sweepers there, and then having all of our angels after that on top of it. The decks with lots of spells and not very many creatures are going to be tough for us, and that's what our whole sideboard is basically for the various control decks and Nexus decks and things like that. We did beat. Our first win was against a Nexus deck, so we did beat one, but then we lost to Nexus Gates, and they had like Guild Summit to go along with Wilderness Reclamation, and Guild Summit in particular drowned us both of those games. And there we go. So Mardu Angels with a 2-2, but didn't really play. 3 of the 4 matchups that we played were ones that our deck's not really built to beat as much, but it was still pretty fun. So there we go. If you're watching this video later on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But thanks for watching. I'll see you for the next video.